What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Okay, so this is an interesting situation because we have Scared Blade. Yeah, that is Scared Blade, not Sacred. Yeah, we have Scared Blade 1567 versus Gion 094 1540. And he has towers out. And I believe this is game one. And Scared Blade has like 15 cards. Let's count them up. 5, 10, 3, 13 cards versus towers, basically. He only has 3 cards. So this dude is plus 10 against him right now. And I think he's going to go even plus more. Okay, so I guess that's a 1-for-1. So he's not technically plus. I want to know who's going to win this match, because it seems like you would think towers, there's no out to it. Obviously, you can just, you know, sit on it. But the thing is, he only has 14 cards in deck. Is trying to deck him out 14 cards a viable option? And honestly, I kind of think it is. I kind of think that it is, because tower, I think, just sends to the I think tower just sends to the graveyard, and it doesn't like banish or anything like that. I think if I was Gion 94, I wouldn't be trying to go after the field. I would be trying to go after the hand, because you think about that. Not only could I potentially try and deck my opponent out as well, because he has 17 in deck, but if you had Fortune Tune on the field, then your other Burning Abyss guys, they wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like they wouldn't trigger. Like, I mean, they would summon to the field, they blow themselves up. I mean, I guess he figures he has to get rid of Fortune Tune. Unfortunately for him, Fortune Tune shuffles stuff back, so it's kind of the anti of decking your opponent out. But I think, I don't know, man. I think that he might actually be able to deck him out. Is that another Traveler? Yeah, it is. So he's just, I mean, how many Travelers does he play? I thought that Traveler was a +1. I thought you'd get 2 monsters with it. His field is completely locked, and this is insane. I have never seen, well, I mean, I've never seen towers just look so, towers look so defenseless, that's really crazy to think about. But when somebody has the Fortune Tune lock, where basically they just keep shuffling stuff into the deck and the Dantes keep floating and you can never really get at their life points, it's like, what can you really do? So we're going to see if there is any way for Gion to essentially get around this. I don't think that there is, because I think that Sacred Blade can basically last 12 turns, unless Gion like summons some more stuff. But the point is, I don't really think that he can, because if he tries to summon anything, I mean, how many Fire Lakes do you think this guy has back there? Like, you know what I mean? Like 3. How many Fire Lakes and Phoenix with Wind Blast? He wants Gion to play something, so that he can just nuke that shit. So, I mean, Sacred Blade knows that he can't obviously get over towers. It's just not going to happen. He doesn't have any 3,500 beaters in his entire deck probably. And, like, he would need to do in one turn, like, Acid Golem plus, like, 2, what's that guy's name? Giga Brilliant? Yeah, he'd have to go, like, 2 Giga Brilliants, and then summon Acid Golem, and then use both Giga Brilliance effects. So he goes Fire Lake, targeting his own cards. Okay. He targets his own Upstart Goblin, which obviously he probably wasn't going to play, because why try and deck yourself out? And I mean, he's going to trigger all his Dantes regardless. He gets another Traveler. Oh, I think I see what he's doing. So instead of getting monsters, all he's doing is getting Speller Traps. So he gets 2 Travelers and a Dante. He activates Traveler to get all his Dantes back. Basically, that is so crazy. He gets all his Dantes back. Oh my lord. This has to be the trolliest stall I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my god. And the thing is, he can just keep recycling like, I never thought I'd see somebody play more than 1 Traveler in the deck. So he discards Warning. He knows he doesn't need it. When you guys see this, that means I'm trying to upload another video. Yeah, it just means that it's processing and uploading and stuff. Gion is down to 11 cards. We are going to ride this out. I'm not sure that Scared Blade technically has to do anything. I think at this point, I think he's going to get Gion flustered. I think that Gion is going to he's not going to know what to do. I think he discards a Rubik. Gion now has 10 cards. And I am no one to judge because I have done this. I would probably say at least 5 times when I was playing on DN, like really high competitive with Boojins, a couple of formats ago. When Kaiser Coliseum and Royal Decree were like really the nuts in Boojins, I would deck people out sometimes. Like if I knew that we got to about 14 cards and I had more cards in them, and if I knew that I didn't want to play aggressive because I didn't want to risk it, like I didn't have the right countermeasures, I would just go for deck out. You know what I mean? Like if I had like multiple Kaiser Coliseums up and I had Yamato with like 2 hairs and a turtle and stuff like that, I just go for deck out. Like I would think in my head, you're not going to kill my Yamato in battle. That's not going to happen. And you can't summon, and you know, you might be able to kill 1 Kaiser, but you're not going to kill 2, and nobody played Fairywind back there, and there was no, you know, Monarch Stormforth or any of that. So, you know, it became really easy to deck your opponent out if they had less cards than you with Bujin. You would just stop using Yamato's effect, and you would just sit on a whole bunch of, you know, like hand traps and shit like that. You know, effect veilers and cranes and maybe like a Mika just in case the worst happened. And you would just say, all right, well, you know, go. Like, you're not going to be able to crack my board. So Gion is now down to 8 cards. And, you know, you could ask, why didn't he set the bottom list? But I'm not sure that there's a reason to. I mean, it's pretty obvious that Sacred Blade has, you know, a trillion Fire Lakes down. I mean, the second he commits anything to the board, it is immediately going to get hit with Fire Lake. You know, the only way I could have seen him possibly winning this game is if he would have gotten like 2 killers out. But, I don't know. It seems like practically impossible to do that. So he is going to start attacking again. And the thing is, Scared Blade actually draws, I mean, he's not drawing cards, but he's gaining life points at this time. So, you know, there's that. So he's going to send Mathematician and Fortune Tune back to the extra deck. And, I mean, he can just make Fortune Tune again. All he has to do is just summon 2 Burning Abyss monsters from his hand. Or he can just Traveler them back. He can, you know what I mean? So instead he's going to activate Sur's effect. It's going to summon Scrum. All he has to do is just normal summon and make Fortune Tune again. And this is like one of the craziest locks that I've ever seen in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm not sure what can actually stop this. Because, I mean, if you have Towers, kind of the ultimate card, and that can't do anything, I'm not sure that there is any way to technically beat this field that he has set up. Like, unless he draws Exodia. Exodia would definitely do it. Laser Queep goes to the graveyard. I think that's the field spell. I don't know if it's very good. I don't think it's very good. Foolish Burial is discarded. Why would you even play it? It would just make you, you know, lose cards from deck, basically. Like, why even play it? You don't even care about the effects, honestly. You don't want to do any searching, actually. MST is played. I don't think he'll chain. It's probably a Traveler. I think Dante is too good of a card. It is a Traveler. Like, Dante is just, like, Dante is just too damn good of a card. Like, why can Dante actually, you know, why can Dante, what's it called? Like, why can Dante get back Speller Traps? So, Sacred Blade says that he's obviously going to use Fire Lake, and he's going to nuke everything. Even if he didn't set the face down, he would have been fine just nuking the Pendulum Scales. And Skill Drain goes too. He's going to get his traps back from his 2 Dantes, and during this turn he will also immediately flip over another Traveler, and then basically he'll get his Dantes back to the field. This might be a new thing now. This might be like the new shit in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I might have actually learned something, unveiled something in this match. Like, this may be the new deck out, basically. You just deck your opponent out by just summoning Dantes in defense mode and never attacking, and constantly recycling Fire Lake and Traveler so that your opponent can't do anything. You see that he flips over another Fire Lake. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And yep, he takes out Disc in all the back row. And Sacred Blade ends up winning that match. I think we're going to upload that solo because that was, I'm not sure you're ever going to see anything like that again.